Hey guys, how doing? Sure here. This Friday is One at Lumpinee. Main event is Nong-O versus Alaverdi Ramazanov. Sorry. I just thought it'd be interesting to look at this fight. It's Alaverdi's last fight against Capitan. He's got wins over Pong Siri and Petchyindee. He previously lost to Capitan 2 years before. It's about 2 years ago now. He lost to him in the second round by leg kicks. I haven't seen it, but yeah, I just had a quick wiki search about him, and yeah, that was what it showed. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Let's have a look. Nong-O, we know, has stopped Liam Harrison with low kicks. Liam Harrison's obviously one of the best foreign low kickers in the world. So I thought that was pretty interesting. If Capitan could stop him with them, I'm sure Nong-O could. I've seen very little of Alaverdi. I saw him about 30 seconds of him against Petchyindee, but that was it. Yeah, his name is Capitan, by the way. It's not Captain. I'm not trying to sound like an Italian. Already you can see that this is going to be a little bit like Genghis Alazov, in the way that he's not going to play the Muay Thai game. He's not going to trade kicks with you. He's not going to touch gloves and roll up his shorts and smile at you every time he hits you. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to be awkward. Just the way that he's moving, like you can see, like he's very light on his feet. So he's switch hitting straight away. So sometimes you find that, like, if people don't want to get low kicked, like a good way that they try and defend it is to switch stance, like he's doing. Like we said, like Capitan already stopped him with them before. But so the way that he's switching, but if you're the low kicker and you're trying to catch them, something that I learned from a long time ago when I was at Borkow's gym, is that you can aim for that back leg instead. If you aim for their back leg rather than their front leg, you have much more success, and you hit them more. So that it's something to a bit of a lesson to take forward. If there's a guy in your gym that likes to switch, aim for his back leg. This is a Muay Thai rules fight, but yeah, not really seeing Alaverdi throwing any real Muay Thai techniques. I'm sure he'd be comfortable, fighting kickboxing too. I mean, Capitan looks a little bit frustrated to me. I mean, he's so good at moving back like that, and he's comfortable fighting in both stances too. You can see that he's sort of causing Capitan to load up on that low kick. I'm assuming that would have been Capitan's strategy going forward into this one, after he'd managed to stop him before with low kicks. I actually know Alaverdi's coach, Pet, at Venom training camp, who he still fights. Actually, he's got almost like a Sanchai kind of style, but a little bit more. Probably say he's more aggressive. He's got some really nice techniques in the clinch and stuff, real strong. So yeah, if you're ever at Venom training camp, look for Pet. Just skip this forward a little bit. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to after seeing that first round, I'm looking forward to seeing him against Nong-O. I'm leaning more towards Nong-O if I had to pick who I think will win. I don't think Nong-O struggles for motivation that in the same way that I think Superbomb was before he fought Alazov. Was that low? Let's have a look. Yeah, it was. Just one more time, you can see it. Yeah, just on the cup. I think, to be honest, he went down into it a little bit too, but yeah. It wasn't intentional though. I think he was just targeting the leg. Fun fact: if you teep to the cup in Thailand, it's not really seen as a foul. So even though the referee can tell you to put them up a little bit, it's actually not a foul. Didn't know that until I came here and got teeped in the nuts, and then I complained about it, and the guy faked a teep next time and then threw an elbow on the top of my head. I got a bit of a scar on my head from it. I mean, he must be fit. I mean, the way that he moves and everything, like, you know, he hasn't stopped, has he? He's jumping around and very light on his toes. I mean, at the same time, he's not loading up into anything either. It's just, you know, picking away. I'm not sure, but I'd imagine that he would have done well at the amateur Muay Thai thing. I don't know, it's not Muay Thai Olympics. It's I think IFMAs. You know, you get like representatives from all over, and I think he seems to be one of those guys that would have done well in that. You can feel Capitan's frustration. You know, he's coming forward and getting stung, and you know, the guy's moving away really well. It's a thing in a cage, you can't cut it off the same way as you can with a ring, because it's so, you know, it's pretty much round, so you can't trap anybody in a corner. I mean, Capitan's trying to spur him forward, but if he's winning on the outside, why would he try and play his game? It's a nice knee. I'd actually like to see more knees like that from him. I mean, he's just got no intention of trading kicks with him at all. But like his knees and his elbows that he's throwing, even though any elbows, I don't really think any have landed. Like, you know, there's no cuts or anything. He's, you know, you can see he's got nasty elbows. He's threw one then. Very long knees. I mean, he's 1.8 meters, so he's like 5'11". At this weight, he's really tall. He's going to be significantly taller than Nong-O. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, I still favour Nong-O in this fight that'll be on Friday. But I mean, just like Alazov and Superbon, you can see that like these awkward guys can cause all kinds of problems. You know, Alazov shut down Superbon really well. But yeah, as I was trying to say before, I don't think Nong-O struggles for motivation between fights. I think he stays pretty disciplined, which apparently Superbon doesn't. You know, I love a good gossip, and that was one of the things. And I think maybe before I've since looked at interviews and stuff with Superbon before that fight, and I think he maybe took it a little bit lightly. If he didn't take it lightly, he spoke very confidently, and he didn't look to be in the same condition as he normally is. So yeah, but I mean, hats off to Alazov. He did really well. You know, he's shut him down, and I don't think a fit Superbon would have done much different, to be honest. So this is the last round, yeah. So just a 3-round fight. How many? Yeah, I think the rule is with Muay Thai, if you catch the kick, like Muay Thai in one, if you catch a kick, you can take 2 steps forward. So I mean, it's very. Capitan's looking at these straight rights on, getting him straight on the chin. Yeah, I wonder if when he does go down, it's more of a tactical thing, rather than being at risk of taking that. Just bend your knee down and go down onto the floor. It's a bit safer. Man, he's doing such a good job of keeping him guessing. Those long knees, you know, like I really do think he could make more of a weapon of those. Oof, get him on a chin. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'd like to see more of. He could definitely come forward more than he has been throwing those. Both trying to call each other forward. Yeah, I mean, let's see how he deals with being against a cage here. I mean, I'm sure that Capitan ought to, you know, really try and work to push him back now. It's a nice defense. So you can see this works really well. It can work more if you're against the ropes and you just put your knee, like you bend your knee like that and just push your feet across both the their knees, and you can just push out. You can hold onto their neck, but you push out like that, and you know, you can really create a bit of a distance, and then you can, from there you can either step that leg down and then throw a knee, or you can just wait for a referee to break it. He's more happy to let the ref break it. One day I'll do a technique video and see if I can show some of this stuff. For you know, a Muay Thai fighter, he doesn't really seem to want any of the Muay Thai involved, does he? I mean, he's fought pretty much a kickboxing fight with a few elbows, really. So this to me is more interesting now, like to see how he deals with being against a cage. I mean, he didn't do anything, did he? I think if he finds himself in this position with Nong-O, he's going to have more problems. And I think if Nong-O can land maybe 2 or 3 leg kicks on him, it'll definitely put slow his legs down a bit. It didn't drop him. I don't think okay. So did you see that he, as he stepped forward, he just put his foot on top of his. So I'll just show you one more time. He leads up with that knee, just puts his foot down on his. I wonder if he did that on purpose. I'm glad that the referee saw it though and didn't count him or whatever. Oh, it's a very good fight, I think. Yeah, so I stand by what I said. I do side with Nong-O in this one, but you know, maybe 60% of me goes with Nong-O. That was a beautiful shot. That's a screw shot. So you kind of throw it as a jab, but with your hand the other way around. So you throw your hand like this, and it brings a punch up like that. I'll just show you one more time. But so sometimes you'll find that your opponent is stood in front of you with a guard like this. And if you can get that through, it just pushes their head up. So it can be quite effective. But it's definitely a screw shot rather than an uppercut. See there, I do think that Capitan was sort of took the fall there rather than taking more shots. See, I think he sort of pushed himself down. Smart thing to do. I've had to do that before, and I've been stuck in a corner with my back against the corner with a guy clinching me who was taller, and he was throwing these into my chest. but I knew it was like maybe the next knee was going to come up to my face. So instead of risking it, I just pushed myself down on the floor. That's something else. I mean, that I've seen other people do the same thing. But yeah, sometimes you're just better off taking the count than risking taking more damage. Yeah, big fellas. Yeah, I'll just stick around to the decision. But let me know what you think. Do you think Nong-O's going to beat him, or do you go with Alaverdi in this one? I think there's definitely comparisons to be made with Superbon and Alazov. And yeah, if you've got any fights that you want me to react to, your own fights or whatever, I've got my socials in the description, so I'll just send them over, and I'm more than happy to make one of these videos for you. Yeah. Okay, so see you soon, guys.